y'all, welcome back to my channel. It is Thursday, it is 7 p.m. and for once this week I'm not tired, which is awesome. I got a good night's sleep last night, which I was really depending on to get through the next 4 days of this readathon, and I'm really glad that I'm in that mindset, but I have not got much reading done today thus far. I thought that I was going to have a ton of time to listen to an audiobook today, and I didn't. And also the audiobook that I chose is not the most interesting, which is part of the reason that I didn't get farther in my reading. I started I Let You Go by Claire McIntosh, and it's good, but pretty much everybody in the comments of my last vlog said, oh, you have to get through the first like 50% of the book and then it gets good. And I don't know why What are you doing? What you doing, bud? Basically, I should have listened to you guys because the first, God, I don't know, hour, 2 hours of this audiobook is so dull. And it's funny because Kayla always talks about how, like, I don't like police thriller stories, like when it's told from the police's point of view. Well, this one's told in dual POV. The story essentially is about this woman, and at the very beginning of the book, her son gets hit by a car. So that's tragic. And it's basically about trying to figure out who carried out this hit and run. And it's told from the woman's point of view and also the detective's point of view who's trying to solve this. The detective's point of view, fucking boring. White people, boring. Especially this guy. Like, he's so unlikable. His relationship with his children, he's like, I'd rather be at work than with my kids. Like, fuck you, first of all. It's just not exciting to read about. But what I'm thinking is tonight, since Hayden is not here again, he has band practice again, I'm thinking of doing a little bit of self-care, maybe wash my hair, take a bath, listen to this audiobook. Maybe that'll make time pass a little bit quicker, like if I'm relaxing and trying to listen to this book. I don't know, but I think I'm gonna do that. I also think I'm gonna read a little bit more of Strange Grace tonight because Brittany has finally picked it up and we're talking about it and we're both enjoying it, mostly, so far. So I'd like to get a little bit farther in it. Probably not too far. I think I want to get to like page 100 tonight, but I really, really would like to finish I Let You Go. That is the name of it, right? That's the game plan. There's gonna be cat content. There's gonna be updates of me just like yelling probably, so stay tuned for more of the same. Okay, so I took my bath. It was lovely. My hair is clean. I feel just amazing. You know, like when you take a good bath and you feel great. I feel great. What's not great is this book. I'm now 40% into the audiobook and I was really trying to give it a chance, and like I'm going to finish it because I'm already this far and I can just passively listen, but I am so bored. Like, so bored. Nothing has happened. I'm like, where's the thrill, like, in thriller, you know? Am I missing something? Is this not a thriller? Nothing's happening. I have a theory on what I think is going to happen. I don't want to share it because then if I share my theory, I can't confirm or deny it at the end. Do you know what I mean? Because I don't want to spoil anything. So I'm not going to tell you my theory, but I have a theory and I think it'll make the story interesting, but I feel like all of this lead up is not even good lead up. Like, I'm just bored. I don't think anything is being planted. This is not how I wanted today to go. I was like so excited to get some stuff done. I don't know why I thought I could finish that either, because it is 9:19 and I'm only 40% done with it. So I think the plan now, besides blow drying my hair, is to do a reading sprint with Brittany. We are going to read an additional 50 pages of Strange Grace. So hopefully that just redeems me and redeems this day. God, I really thought this would be a better day. I mean, I did go to dinner with Hayden tonight, which kind of like cut into my vlogging time, but I'm sad that this one's not going to be more exciting, but like, that's just life, you know? I'll show you guys more cats. I mean, here. He can definitely hear that, and he definitely doesn't like it. This is his chair, and it's full of cat hair, and he loves it. And then here's his brother sleeping in this chair. This is Nugget's favorite thing in the world, just to sleep right here while Hayden plays video games. There's literally cat hair everywhere. It's bad. I need to vacuum. I need to vacuum. Okay, sorry. Okay, so I am officially 109 pages into Strange Grace by Tessa Gratton. I did a reading sprint with Brittany, which I sort of low-key filmed, but then didn't film because my cats are annoying. So I thought I would update you guys. I have a lot of feelings about this book and I'm really enjoying it. So this is definitely turning my night around because you guys know, like I just said, I was not a huge fan of I Let You Go, but Strange Grace is so good. So I told you guys about the premise a couple of days ago, but the thing about it is that it's very gay and very poly, and I'm really liking it, although I'm very confused about the sexuality of some of the characters because they all love each other and there's sort of like an enemies to lovers situation with two of the people, and it's like friends to lovers for like the other legs of the triangle. And I think we definitely have two bi characters or pan characters, and then there's another character who I think might just be gay, but I'm confused. I don't know what to think, but I'm liking it a lot. And like I said, I'm just so impressed with Tessa Gratton's ability to make me root for a romantic relationship between three people. I think it's so incredibly difficult. Someone asked me in the comments of the last book that I read with the poly relationship, I think it was Feast of Sparks, as to why I think it's difficult to write poly relationships. And I think the issue is making all legs of the triangle equal. You want all sides of the relationship to be equal, and in real life poly relationships manifest differently for sure. Sometimes like you can be married and then have a boyfriend but your partner is not also with that boyfriend, if that makes sense. Whereas in books I think it's usually an attempt to make all legs of the triangle completely equal, everybody's equally in love, and that's cool, but I think it's really hard to do that well because inevitably one of the legs of the triangle is going to be weaker than the other two legs. So that's just some food for thought, but I'm really liking this and I like all the characters. I think Rune, my least favorite, but he's also a sweet cinnamon roll. Oh, I remember what I was gonna say. So what I think is super fascinating is that, so there's two guys, there's Rune and Arthur. Rune is like the typical masculine man, and he is the guy who thinks he's gonna have to sacrifice himself to the devil, and he's been prepping for this his whole life. Everybody thinks he's going to be the chosen one to like not fight the devil but sacrifice himself. And then Arthur is someone whose mother, how do I describe this? His mother basically dressed him up as a girl. He lived the first few years of his life as a woman, or a girl I guess. I mean, he wasn't like fully grown yet. And then one day people discover that he's actually a boy, and then he's forced to live as a boy. There's a comment made about how he liked being a girl and he liked being able to be free in that sense. And it's interesting, his self-imposed toxic masculinity as a man. He wants to be good enough to be sacrificed to the devil, good enough to be sacrificed to the devil, but basically that's his thing. And Rune, on the other hand, while he is this typically masculine man, we also see him interact with a child and care for this kid and, you know, help someone out when they're in need, and he's just an all-around good and wholesome guy. It's interesting to me that in this society it doesn't seem that there is this sort of like rigid masculinity and idea of what it means to be a man, but Arthur tries to impose that on himself, maybe because of the way he was raised, and maybe it's because of like his own self-loathing. But I think that's very interesting. Maybe I'm getting too deep, but I don't think I am. I think Tessa Gratton writes adult books as well, so I think she definitely put thought into her characters' identities and the relationships that they would have. So I'm liking it quite a bit, as you can tell. I think I'm going to pause here because that's where me and Brittany agreed to pause, at 109. And I think there's, how many pages in this? Like 350 or so. So there's about 400 pages in this book, so I'm about a quarter of the way done now, which is super awesome. And I can't wait to pick it up this weekend. I don't know if I'll pick it up tomorrow or Saturday, but definitely going to be finishing this one for the readathon. Hopefully tomorrow at work I'll get to finish I Let You Go because I just need to get that done. I want to be done reading that book, but I'm already so invested that I just need to get out of it. I need to do it. That's pretty much it. I'm sorry this vlog was like probably the least exciting of the week. I don't want to promise exciting content, but one would only hope that Friday, Saturday, and Sunday are more exciting as my life gets a little more exciting and as I have more time to read. But thanks for sticking with me for this long. Again, update me in the comments on what books you guys are currently reading. I would love to know. I also downloaded Scribd. I don't know why I'm mentioning that right before I leave, but I think I'm gonna pick up The Whisper Man at some point during the weekend. I think on Saturday. I'm super excited about it. I was like kind of not coerced into it, but convinced, I guess you could say, to read it with Zoe from Zoe Reads. If you don't subscribe to her. I don't know what you're doing. I've mentioned her a couple of times. Now I'm in a group chat with some lovely ladies whose pictures I will insert right here, and a couple of us are reading The Whisper Man, and I'm excited to like listen to that. So maybe I'll start it a little early, I don't know, but that's pretty much it. Today was a good day. I have things that I cannot tell you yet, but today was a really good day, and I hope you guys are having a good day too. I think that's it for me. I love you guys so much, and until next time.